Welcome back, combatants, to the Combat Chess channel, where this 1200 rated noob is going to show you 3 mistakes that lose games. Let's go. Alright my friends, welcome. We're going to get right into the video. The first mistake that helps you to lose games is hanging pieces. Now what's a hanging piece? A hanging piece is when your, whatever piece it can be a pawn, it can be anything, that is captured and it is not defended. So basically your opponent gets a piece for free. This is not good. So I'm going to show you a quick setup here, and I want you to see that even though a lot of you at home are going to say, I'd never make that mistake. You've done it. I've done it. We both know that. So let's not go there. Okay. First couple moves. You bring the queen out. You're eyeing up this pawn here, ready to give a check. They bring their knight out. You're not even thinking. You had tunnel vision. You're just ready to take that pawn, put the king into check. You make your move. Seconds later, you realize, what did I do? Oh my god. You hung your queen. Done. They got your queen for free. Now what do you do? Well, we're going to go back and we're going to use a very simple acronym. CTC. Get that in your head. CTC. Checks, threats, captures. Every move, really quickly go over in your head. Go over the board. Are there any checks, threats, or captures? First and foremost, you want to think about your own pieces when you're thinking this way, but it's also valuable to think about the other side. Okay, checks. What can they put you into check at any time? With the move that they just made, do they have a check on you? Do they have any threats on you? Do they have any captures? It works for both ways. It's very, very good at seeing the board, seeing any issues that may come up. So let's replay that first few moves, see if we can come up with anything, all right? First move. We know that there's nothing. There's no checks, there's no threats, there's no captures here. There's the second move, okay? Now you're starting to think here, okay? They can pull the queen out, they can pull the bishop out, they can pull out knights, okay? What can they do? All right, so now we go. We bring our queen out. Are there any checks? No, you didn't put anything to check. Okay? Are there any threats anywhere? Well, you're not really threatening anything, and you didn't capture anything, although you're looking to capture on your next move. So now, they make their move. Alright, go over it again. Is there any checks? The opponent didn't put you into check. Okay, fine. Are there any threats? Not really. He moved the knight out. The knight's not attacking the pawns, not attacking the queens, not attacking anything else. So there's really no threat there. What about captures? It didn't capture anything. So on the opponent's side, everything's okay. Go over now your side. What are you doing here? Okay, did you have any checks? No. Do you have any checks right now? Yes, you do. The queen, take the pawn, you can put it into check. What about a threat? Well, yeah, it's a threat to put him into check. Okay. Captures. If you move your pawn here, you captured a pawn. But think of it from the other side now, because this is a different move. Can they capture anything on you? So that's when you realize, the knight will capture me here. Okay, so you don't move there. Really simple. CTC. Checks, threats, captures. You got to continually go over it. Okay, moving on to mistake number 2. Moving a piece more than once in the opening. So let's start off. We'll make our first few moves. Alright, now this here. I have been caught by this so many times, thinking that, oh, I can go for the fried liver. And I've got it. I've got the position. Do you know how many times this has happened to me? Boom. That shuts it down immediately. Now you have 2 pieces under attack. You obviously want to save the bishop, but your pawn's going to go. So what do you do? Well, let's go over it. Let's just go back a couple of moves, okay? Right here. This is where things went wrong. And like I said, I've done this enough times to know this does not work most of the time. So, instead of moving your knight to try to go for some fancy attack that rarely works, what's a fundamental principle in chess? We want to develop our pieces. So what can we do? Well, we can protect this pawn because this pawn is basically under attack by the knight. So we can protect the pawn. We can move this pawn up to protect that pawn. Oh, we're not developing a piece? Wait a minute. Yes, we are. We just now freed up this bishop. So this bishop is now ready to move on any one of these squares right now. So not only did we protect the pawn, we now activated another piece. This is the key right here. We need to develop the pieces. Instead of trying to go for some attack that, again, rarely works, develop our pieces. That's what we want to accomplish, is to get all of our pieces activated right from the get-go, right from the opening. That's what we want. If they don't choose to do that, bully for us. All right, let's go over our third mistake for the video. And that is not castling as soon as you can. This is a very important tactic that you need to use for your games. It gets your king into safety as quick as possible so that you can continue on with your game and you don't have to worry about your king being in a lot of threatening positions. All right, so let's just start off. And we'll just make some random moves here. Notice how there was 3 pawn moves. 1, 2, 3. 3 pawn moves. So what is that also violating? That's also violating the number 2 mistake, not developing your pieces. So if we continue on and we finally get 1 piece out, now it's pinned to the king. And we're just going over some moves that, you know, beginners will make. And you see how the king is stuck in the center. The king is really in a lot of trouble here. Checks, check. There's a lot of issues here, and one of the biggest problems was not getting your king castled and into safety. And as I said, the second mistake, not developing your pieces. Moving 3 pawns in a row might not be the best strategy, if you know what I'm saying. Boom, just like that. That's how you could lose a game, by not castling as soon as possible. You kind of want to, you know, have kind of like an idea of between 8 and 10 moves. That's when you want to have your king castled into safety, bring your rooks to the center, and go. So that is just a quick example of why not getting your king into safety, castled right away, is a problem. Alright everybody, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video for beginners on 3 mistakes that help you lose games. Number 1, hanging pieces. Don't leave your pieces hanging, bro. Number 2, moving the same piece twice in the beginning. You're avoiding development. It's wasted moves. Don't do it. And number 3, not castling early. You wait for too long, you're gonna get into trouble. Guys, thanks so much. We'll see you again. Now get out there and spill some blood on the 64 squares.